And welcome to our weekly vodcast. Thanks for tuning in this week. I have a ton of announcements, so I want to get right to them, and then I'm going to send you off to the strategy session. First off, I would like to congratulate this week's Rockstar of the Week, Diego Bonilla. Diego has had some incredible leadership during House Council. You know, he was elected as the Greenhouse representative for the House Council, and his leadership style has been so calm, cool, and collected, yet he makes sure to guide the entire group to that common point and to accomplish the things that they need to finish within a given amount of time. So very, very proud of him. Congratulations, Diego, this week's Rock Star of the Week. So I know I told you this story last week, but once again, I want to set you up for an incredible night on Thursday for our rescheduled family night, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Imagine walking in, everybody is dressed in their scholars' house colors, okay? I will be decked out in red. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. There are going to be photo booths. We're going to have a potluck dinner so you can bring your favorite dish to share. And there will be incredible surprises after dinner. And we will definitely be rewarding some of those families who go all out with their house spirit. So we cannot wait to see you guys Thursday night, 6 to 7:30 p.m. You do not want to miss this family night. It will be awesome. Boosterthon is kicking off all this week. Tomorrow there will be a pep assembly, so your scholar will be able to learn a little bit more about Boosterthon and about the pledges. This form was sent home last week explaining how you can set up an account, and there will be more information sent home tomorrow about that, but you can simply go to fundrun.com, click on the parent sign-up area, and our class code is 1796-1392. Again, our class code is 1796-1392. You know, the Boosterthon, like I told you guys last week, was so incredibly successful for technology. We are always using those iPads in our classroom, and there were smart boards put in every classroom as well over the summer. So, you know, we hope to continue the success of the Boosterthon this year. The Boosterthon Fun Run is next week on March 11th, and more information will also be coming home about that very shortly. On Friday, we have two incredible things going on. Number one, interims are coming home. Stafford County Public Schools interims and Barrett Academy. Please sign and return each of those for the following Monday. And we also have our DARE basketball fundraiser. It's for all of Stafford County. It's being held at Brook Point High School from 7 to 8:30 p.m. I believe it's $5 per person or $10 per family. You know, that flyer came home in the Friday folder, the half sheet, just on Friday. Mrs. Whaley will be playing in the game, and all of the proceeds from that entire night go to DARE Day, which the scholars are going to be able to enjoy in June. So we're really looking forward to that. I hope you guys can make it. It's going to be an awesome night. DARE basketball game, 7 to 8:30 p.m., Brook Point High School this Friday night. And I believe that's... Oh, I have one more announcement before we go off. I want you guys to mark March 19th on your calendars. That's 5th grade's middle school information night here at Barrett. I hope that you all can make it. We'll have a representative from the county talking about middle school math. We'll be talking about all those middle school transitions. And the scholars will also be presenting some of their hard work in class as well that night. That is our night in replacement of Back to School Night, which we did not have at the beginning of the year. March 19th, more information will be coming home soon, but that's for all 5th graders at Barrett to get you guys ready for middle school, as middle school orientation is coming up at the beginning of April, if you can believe it. Now I'm going to send you guys over to the strategy session. As always, I'm looking for feedback on our vodcast since we're kind of changing the format a little bit. So you can always, tweet us at Ryford Rock, or you could send an email or, post a comment on our YouTube page as well. Now I'll see you guys on the other end. Okay, Room 21 Rockstars, I'm starting you off today on our Class Fusion page. I'm going to take you the whole way down to our Rockstar document section. There's a math practice folder, and I put up 2 documents there for you this week to kind of practice the identification of quadrilaterals and combining and subdividing plane figures. which we worked on last week, and that will be on your test this week. So right here, if you look at this document, and then also the quadrilateral practice, these are really great sites to visit to kind of practice those skills. Let me take you to the combining and subdividing practice page so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here, guys. So the big thing here is you're going to be able to get a house point for each problem, but the goal is you are looking at the dotted line, as you can see right there. Okay, you're trying to figure out what two figures are now created after we put in that dotted line. So like I told you last week, you kind of have to imagine that these are being separated or somebody's pulling them apart because we no longer have those tangrams. So you kind of have to create a picture in your mind to kind of help you figure out what that is. So let's go ahead and do the first one together so you can get an idea of what we're talking about here, guys. So based on this figure to begin with, what shape do I have here after I put in that diagonal? Yes, I definitely have an obtuse triangle because I have one obtuse angle right here. And then I also have what type of triangle based on side length? Look at this side, and this side. Yes, that is a scalene triangle because all sides are of different lengths. Okay, that's how my tick marks would look right there. Okay, so when it is divided into triangles, I really want you guys to identify the triangles based on side length and angle measure. And then we have one other triangle here. And remember, this one especially is one where you kind of have to turn your head a little bit to make sure you know and are identifying it in the correct way. What do you think based on angle measure? Yeah, it's definitely an acute triangle. Okay, it's cute. Each of the angles are less than 90 degrees, or probably each about 60. Okay, and then based on side length, what do you guys think? Yeah, this is definitely an isosceles triangle because these two sides that I just put these tick marks on are equivalent or congruent to one another. So that is all there. Now, let me go ahead and delete a few of these things. Now, like I said, you can get a house point for each of these problems. This is available under the Rockstar document page, but you can also look at it on this page, guys. I'll scroll it down and you can just pause your screen if you want to. Here are some other ones, and then there are also some other figures here where they're literally kind of pulling the figures apart, so it's a better visual if you're a visual learner to kind of see right there. Okay, now I'm going to take you back, and I'm going to show you the quadrilateral practice really quickly. Once again, you can get a house point for each one of these as long as you show your work when you bring it in to class, and you identify it. Now, here's what they're saying. For each plane figure, fill in as many ways that it can be classified. Possible choices are listed at the right-hand side. Now, I would try not to use that bank if you do not need. Basically, what you're doing here is starting with the dichotomous key and going downward. So every one of these figures is going to be able to be called a quadrilateral unless it's a triangle. So any four-sided figure is going to automatically be a quadrilateral. And then you have to name it in the other ways. And what I want you to do is put a star beside the most specific name for that figure. So this figure right here will be considered a rhombus because all four sides are congruent to one another. But it's also considered a parallelogram, and it's also considered a quadrilateral. But I would put a star beside rhombus because that is the most specific name for that four-sided figure. Okay, so do each one of those. You can get yourself a house point, guys. That's going to be excellent practice for your test coming up here because you're not going to have that dichotomous key whenever we take our test on Tuesday. And I think most of you are really beyond that dichotomous key now anyhow. So I really have no fears for you there at all. Okay, I'm going to move this down. You can pause your screen once again. And here are some other ones. These ones you're just trying to choose the name that is best. You do not have to name it in all of the ways. But once again, you can pause your screen if you like, or it's available under the Rockstar document section. Now I'm going to show you a few reading strategies for the week. You know, on Friday I gave you the challenge to bring in any warning labels with that cause and effect. You can still bring those in. I said you can get a half of a house point for each one that you bring in. So look on all of those items that you have at home and see if you have any warning labels lying around at home. And I also have a new challenge this week I wanted to show you guys, or actually just kind of challenge you with. A lot of you signed up for the Six Flags tickets for getting 6 hours of reading, and I entered that into the computer this week, so those should be arriving. But this week, I'm going to give you the challenge to read 150 pages by Thursday. And you can count The City of Ember or Hannah's Suitcase, whatever book your group is reading. But I also would like you to try to, really stretch yourself with that and, find something that, interests you but also challenges you, like I always talk about. Find a genre that is going to stretch you to become a better reader and to, look at that figurative language at a deeper level, okay? So if you read 150 pages and document it, okay, by Thursday, I will give you 10 house points for your house. And as we know, a few of the houses really have a lot of work to do to kind of catch up with everyone else. So you may want to take advantage of that opportunity. Now this week we're going to start drawing conclusions, and if you really want to go above and beyond, I do have some of the questions that would help you as a reader when you're drawing conclusions, and those are right here. Okay. Basically, you're making an inference after you read something, using that knowledge that you already have and what's included in the text. That'll make a little more sense tomorrow. We're going to look at some pictures and do that. Okay, so that's my challenge this week in reading, guys. And finally, I thought this picture was really cool. For the writing challenge of the week, the writing fix of the week, check out this picture. Let me just reload my page really quickly. This picture right here obviously is fiction, okay? It's not real. But try to, give me a good hook, put in some descriptive vocab, work on that voice since we've worked on that this time. Convey the story in some interesting voice. Okay, you can bring in this picture for a couple of house points, so 5 house points for the writing fix of the week if you would like to. Okay, so that picture is available right there. Okay. And finally, let me just reload our page one more time. For social studies this week, guys, we're going to have our 13 colonies test on Thursday. So I have a couple of resources up here for you guys. I will have a new study video later in the week, and you'll be able to also watch it during a guided reading station this week. But if you want to get a head start on studying the 13 colonies, I actually have my video from last year, which is right here. And that will really help you to begin studying for that test that is coming up. So I'd really check this out if you want to get a head start on studying, but there will be a new video sent out a little later this week. But this is the one from last year, and it has all the same content. So, this will give you that head start if you'd like it. Okay? And finally, I hope to see you guys at our rescheduled Family Night, House Spirit Edition, March 5th, 2015, 6 to 7:30. Cannot wait to see the amazing, amazing house spirit that you guys come with. So this week's hashtag is hashtag Family Night on Thursday. You can get yourself 5 house points for that, guys, okay? I'm incredibly proud of you. Put in some effort with those different strategies this week. Earn some house points for your house. And now I'm going to send you back over to Mr. Reichert. Okay, Room 21 Rockstar families, I hope those strategies were successful. I cannot wait to see you guys on Thursday night and to see the house spirit that you bring to our Barrett Academy Family Night. Hashtag a night to remember. It will be amazing. As always, you can follow us on Twitter at Reichert Rock. You can check out our class YouTube page, Mr. Reichert's Rockstars. On Thursday, you're going to learn about our new Facebook page for Barrett Academy and our class fusion page that has class news and a ton of announcements. So many sources to get a ton of information. You guys are the best families in Stafford County, and I cannot wait to see you on